Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to my YouTube channel, Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to talk about Jupiter in astrology. Thank you very much for being here, your support is greatly appreciated, I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity and responsibility as well. So, Jupiter in astrology. What is it? So Jupiter represents our ability to travel, expand, imagine, and also to associate and share that with others. Because we're gonna describe a bit more Jupiter and its characteristics further down the video. All right? So, before we just continue, I have to associate traveling with experience with expansion, right? Because traveling is basically what you do when you expand and use the energy of Jupiter to imagine, because most likely you are using Jupiter to imagine a different scenario. So, mentally and spiritually, by you traveling to new spaces, you imagine new outcomes, you are expanding, okay? And before we continue talking about Jupiter, that notion is very important because we should not overcomplicate Jupiter, okay? Because you already do Jupiter, you are always, especially Jupiter, you are always doing like Mercury. Most times you are always thinking. Only when you are in those real meditative states, you don't think as much, right? For an example, so we are always doing those energies. But I think that especially nowadays Jupiter is very important because people are a bit too much logic and people kind of get stuck in one mental scenario, in one way to see the world and themselves. It's hard for people to imagine better scenarios, right? But it's not, okay? Because we always have this ability to travel to new spaces and better spaces. And you create those spaces. And the more you imagine them, the more you are doing the opposite, balancing to Jupiter, Saturn, and you make that the world. Saturn is associated to the world in Tarot because it is how you make the world. You focus on your Jupiter. You spend spiritually, you spend days in that realm, and then physically you go there as well. Okay? So, also wisdom and knowledge that also comes from your travels, right? Because think about it, every time you go on vacation or you go traveling in your real life to a new place, you always feel a lot of new things. You learn things about yourself, you learn things about the place you are going to, you learn things about the road, you learn things about your vehicle, you learn things about if you are traveling with somebody, you guys have some different conversations than what you have normally, right? So it's a lot of new experiences that gives you wisdom and knowledge. And I'm just remembering right now, there was this study, I guess, because I don't remember if it was a scientific thing or if it was from the conscious community, but I think it's true, which is like walking, aka traveling, okay, in the rising in the morning helps you prepare for the next day or for the day ahead, right? Because you are processing all the wisdom and knowledge that you got from your dreams into the real life. And then walking, taking some walks or using your legs in the end of the day helps you process all the experience that you had during the day, okay? And that's how traveling in Jupiter can help you process, okay, all the things and accumulations that you were experiencing in a certain awareness, all right? So, and that's all the power of Jupiter. It's really to imagine and travel through your imaginations as well, and learning from your imaginations and your ability to travel through them, realizing that you don't need to stay in any of those. You can choose. That's very important, all right? So, Jupiter rules Sagittarius and it rules Pisces, okay? Sag, is its masculine, external, and expressive part. Pisces is its receiving, internal, and feminine part. So We like to express imaginations, but we also like to maintain them internally or create some internal imaginations that might not ever be true. Okay? So, uh, not Mercury. Jupiter is exalted in cardinal water and it's asleep in Capricorn, okay? So you might get too excited, you might expand and not be consistent enough on your private relationships, and you might let new infrastructures, new ways, or new needs and new responsibilities about structure kill your dream, because then you feel so pressured by yourself, your peers, or the external world that you try to lift off with your spaceship, try to go to a new space and imagine something new, and sometimes yourself or others' voices in your perspective, in your head, boom, bring that spaceship back. No, you can't. You gotta keep pushing through. You gotta keep, even if you fall, spiritually speaking, it's Jupiter, okay, guys? It's very metaphorical, okay? When I say you gotta get up, it's like when you feel down, when you feel you can't think about something new and really feel that, you gotta try again, harder, okay? Jupiter is in Aries right now as I'm recording this video. Great example, okay? You go into the wall once. Who told you to stop, bro? Who told you to stop? Let's go one more time until you break through, and then all the effort that you were doing, it's spirituality. So that was, the effort is a thing. So if you make a lot of effort, that's a lot of things. So once you break through and you reach that new space, that new world, learning process with cardinal water, Cancer, you got a lot of resources to do shit in that world. Because why do we go into worlds? Spirituality is as simple as this. Why do you exist? To experience, to do something. And then as you experience more of yourself, you know, I really want to experience that, and I really don't want to experience that. And you build your experiences upon that. The more you know, okay, the more you can focus your Jupiter and expand more and faster on those specific areas. All right? But other than that, Jupiter, astrologically speaking, likes to be in Pisces, Sag, cardinal water, likes to be basically in all the fire signs, Leo and Aries as well. But in Aries, it might be a bit more rashful. The experience might hurt a little bit the owner of Jupiter in Aries, or / and with its more personal and close relationships, because you might expand too fast or out of nowhere, and the people that were comfortable with you, now they're not comfortable at all. You know what I'm saying? But for you it's normal, so you will not understand, because I'm just being me, and that's the problem sometimes. Even if they love you from the bottom of their heart, it's just like they were so used to that space where you guys sharing, and then you just went somewhere else real fast, real quick. They didn't even saw you, they just woke up spiritually and like, hey, where is Jim? Jim's gone. Where is Jim, bro? Nobody know where you went. And then you come back, hey, and they're like, where you went? Oh, I was just here, wasn't I? No, you went somewhere else. I don't know. And that can be very rashful and can feel very impersonal, right? Then it does not like to be in Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, and to some extent Aquarius, because Aquarius can get lost a lot into science or sports, knowing all about football, knowing all about basketball, and then they expand on that. That feeling of humanitarianism goes to something that really can be expanded on. Because as far as the normal Joe is concerned, you are always a fan, you're always a supporter. So you can take your business and your energy and expand on the football club, on the science lab. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can, but it's only to a certain degree. It does not really reach the spirituality. But if you are an Aquarius that know what you're doing, you will use those things, okay, as like entertainment, chilling. When you are too serious, you remember that humanitarian feeling, that humanitarian passion. Why am I so serious? To get the right shit done. Why I sometimes can be relatable, to find the right partners. Why I sometimes feel like I can't understand the world, because I'm here to make it better. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I love the world, I love people, I love communicating and sharing. And then you see how I'm more expanding right now, even just talking about this, just going forward. It just, so Jupiter can do very well in Aquarius, but it's easy to get lost in dead ends, science, woke community, conscious community as well. That's a great example, actually. But moving on. Jupiter also doesn't like to be in any energy or to be used in any way that is too logical and rejects internal wisdom, internal knowledge. Because you create the events on the external realm. So if you reject your wisdom, you will never know why shit happened and how to do better and how to understand things in the real way. All right? So by Sagittarius being the external side of Jupiter, that means it's mutable fire, right? That we like to share, associate, and expand our imaginations, experiences, and faith and spirituality belief systems in a more creative, exciting, and attracting way, but also with less commitment, less responsibility, and less consistency. And because Pisces is its feminine side and receiving and internal, it means that you create a lot of imaginations and dreams within you, or you receive, because it's mutable water, you receive from the world and from others around you, and then you expand on them, on your own and on their dreams, sometimes just on their dreams, okay? And so you receive, okay, not just you, because Jupiter rules Pisces, so everybody shares a big part of this energy. So we like to use Jupiter in that way, internally speaking, which is receiving and expanding internally, feeding and taking care of ours and others' dreams, illusions, imaginations, emotions, feelings, and creativity in a way that is way more connective, personal, romantic, very attached, deep, and adaptable. Okay? When you feel that you can expand internally and close to somebody else's dream, you will expand a lot on them as well. You know what I'm saying? And their dream, their illusion might not fit your dream and your illusion, but there is that feeling, there is that connection. That's why I say romantic. You know what I'm saying? So, let's end the video. By the way, if you want to know more about your Jupiter or about your natal chart reading, I do natal chart readings and I do tarot readings as well. You can contact me using DM on IG, which you can reach using the Linktree in the description down below, or you can reach me via email in the description down below as well, or via my Discord server where my services are available as well on IG, and you can reach all that in the description down below, the IG and Discord on the Linktree, and the email is already there. Now, positive points of Jupiter: very fertile imagination, a lot of creativity, a lot of spirituality, connection with all possibilities, aka God, and the power to expand in any situation. And that's how I started the video, reminding y'all you can always expand, you can always move to a different space, always. And sometimes you are doing that unknowingly, and that's why you don't have structure in your life, because you're always going to new spaces and you can settle down and open shop to do something in a specific space. Then, negative points of Jupiter: lack of reality or real notions, expanding others and forgetting about yourself, believing too much in dreams and illusions, and lack of responsibility and consistency in your connections, expressions, and spiritual works, or just normal works. You know what I'm saying? So thank you very much for watching, and I catch you next time as a Cloud Surfer, surfing out.